All right, you got
Right.
it.
Right. So, yeah, so I just thought about this a few days ago. It seemed like a good subject because I think we all sort of have it to a degree, and that is a concern about, well, in the broadest sense, what's a concern, a desire to be concerned about what's happening with the world, or more than concern. In my case, it's more than concern. It's almost like it's almost, it probably occupies more space in my, more real estate in my mind than anything, even like relationships or something like that, personal stuff. It's like, you know, if I wake up at night, the chances are I'm thinking something about this, and, you know, just in the broadest sense, concern about what's going on with the planet, and also concern about what's happening to my country, or my adopted country, in my case, United States. You know, what all the things that are going on, and just like, you know, feeling like so, I don't know, for me it's like something that I would say it's like the desire to be a prophet of doom. You know, and it's like, you know, it's a very strong, very, you know, something that it's very hard sometimes to detach from. And of course, we can cut ourselves off to a certain degree from.
Martin, I'd like to suggest we start with the light. That always gets us off on the right way, and coming from the right center, the right contact. Okay.
Okay, I was just explaining you know, I was explaining it. So yeah. Anyway, that was what I feel. You know, that's how. You know, that's how it is for me anyway. I feel like, you know, we can cut ourselves off from it, but you know, we still have to deal with it. It's still there. At least it is for me.
Okay, let's start with the light. We're gonna start all our light circles with the light, because then we have a space to come from, and then we can see what Jesus tells us. Okay, so let's all just connect in a moment of light with all that is. Okay, do you want to begin with the miracle worksheet and go through some of that to begin with?
Do you have your miracle worksheet, Martin?
Okay, I did have it, but I didn't bring it with me. Let me see if I can find it.
Got one of your 5 babies?
think I better bring it up on my other computer. Which
Well,
I have here.
We can start reading it. Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah, start reading it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's the guidance for joining Enlightened Brigade, joining Enlightened Miracle worksheet. And it's what we use every time we join. And it's a message directly from Jesus. So it's the guidelines for how he wants us to move through this joining session. And we want to always be in touch with spirit and be speaking what we're hearing. So the first paragraph says, in A Course in Miracles, I emphasize the value of joining with me in a moment of light, and joining with your brother as the symbol in your mind that you are loved by God. Your brother is a symbol of the divine light within you, unless you would label him otherwise, and thus in turn limit your experience of yourself. In this, you deny your own divine power. He says, in Jesus, the New Covenant, A Course in Miracles, I emphasize that every being can hear my voice. Every being, and there are no exceptions. If you're called to the light circles, you are called in holy purpose to hear my voice and speak my voice as I will direct you. Joining with your brother is merely an opportunity to confirm that my voice speaks through your brother to you, and that you can hear my voice clearly and express what I say to you, to your brother. So joining is an opportunity for you to listen. I've marked this up so much, to listen to me and speak my voice, the words that are given by me to you. So anything we speak here is going to be checking in with Jesus and then listening to that voice and then speaking what we hear. It won't be our opinion or our fears, our worries. It's going to be what we're hearing from Jesus. So joining is an opportunity for you to listen to me and speak my voice. The words are given by me to you. Thus, in joining, you honor yourself, the divine power you have been given to see clearly through all denials. Do you have that worksheet ready, Martin? Do you want to continue?
Yes, I've got it here. Yes. Do you want me to continue reading?
Yeah, just start with the next paragraph. Read the next paragraph.
You will also learn the value of asking me to help reveal to you the areas in your mind where you deny that you are wholly, whole, and complete. To ask me to reveal to you what you deny and how you use so many excuses to deny who you are through desire to experience something other than supreme happiness. This new way of seeing given by me is specific. You are to ask me which miracles to perform and where to perform them, and hear my answer. It will always be the same, simple and direct. This is honesty of God. See that you are light. Admit where you deny the light and cease to deny the light by asking for a miracle. So when you join, you will be calling to me and you will be heard and answered, so that you can build confidence that you are indeed directed by the one who knows. The one who will demonstrate to you that all the fears, every thought, feeling, and emotion that you experience appears because you desire it, and that this need not be. So when you feel upset, join quickly and ask me how to handle it. Ask me the steps to take to recognize that it is indeed a desire, and that indeed, although you have denied many miracles, you can choose a miracle anytime by asking for it. And so it shall be given unto you. This will help train you to go to light first in all things. In this you will cease to deny that indeed you are happiness.
So the desire that we're asking Jesus about, could you put that in the form of a desire that we can check in and see if this is the miracle that Jesus wants us to perform?
Okay, the desire as I said before, it's the desire to be concerned, to feel concerned about things happening in the world.
Okay. So let's just check in. Jesus, is this the desire you would have us look at? I'm hearing yes, and we're looking at it from the viewpoint of the light. We're looking at it as the light, not as real, but as something that we have a desire to be concerned about.
I'm hearing something similar, desire to be concerned about the world and deny the light is here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I hear that too. So we want to look at the relishing of the desire to be concerned about the world and deny that the light is here.
Well, in my case, it gives me a really big kind of thing to sort of justify myself and, you know, feel it's all very, very real, and gosh, I'm experiencing it right now, you know, there it is. And so it really sort of just puts a lot of, gives a lot of apparent reality to it. And to me, you know, to my being, my ego, of course, my opinion, my
I know for me, when I first
my
started,
emotional involvement.
oh, sorry, Martin. I know when I first started joining with my joining partner, I didn't fully understand the value of the relishing. And so as I was looking at a desire, it's become much more apparent to me the value of relaxing into that, into any fear that I might have. So I'm going to really relax into the relishing of believing that there's something that I need to handle in the world that for Jesus or for the light, rather than the light guiding me in the world.
So Jesus, let's just pray for, show us the relishing of this desire to be concerned about what's going on in the world and deny that the light is here and we're wholly whole and complete.
Well, it certainly gives me a big excuse to deny all that, the light, you know, that the light is here.
What he's saying is that my personality, my personal identity loves getting all tangled up in the news and what's going on and which country's doing what and all of that. And the ego just loves that. And it's endless, absolutely endless. It can keep us awake day and night, and it's denying that the light is here.
I'm relishing how I love the drama of the world and all the concerns, because it creates such a very, very strong shade that gets pulled down. And I don't think about the light. I just think about the hopelessness. And that's a drama that plays endlessly. And I'm loving it, apparently.
And I'm hearing that there can be this desire to think that I know best, that I know what's happening, rather than trusting the light.
And able to blame other people, of course. Blame, say, other, others are doing this. I'm seeing it all, and I'm innocent, but everybody else is screwing this place up badly, So it's perfect to to project onto others everything that is in myself.
Jesus, what value do we get out of this desire? It keeps a me, a personal identity, very alive in the mind.
I think it gives the ego just about everything that it could possibly want, actually.
Yes.
It's just such a, such a temptation. So Jesus, I'd like to ask you now, how can we how can we start to let this go, this whole temptation to do.
That's what these light circles are all about.
That's right.
And yeah, in Jesus, the New Covenant, he talks about the relishing, just looking at how much we want something and really admitting it and taking responsibility for what we see or think we see, for our projections. Just the relishing, not the re-experiencing of it, but seeing how much we want these experiences.
Mm-hmm.
Then it begins to loosen up the hold this has on us, like this is really real and I really need to do something about this.
I'm relishing feeling so hopeless over the world situation. It just seems to flatten my spirit. I can't go on. And I keep turning on the TV to fuel that engine, that sense of complete hopelessness. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Mm. Yeah. And it's, for me, it's even palpable. I'm feeling the effects. I'm feeling the effects right now of wildfires and the air, making the air really bad where I am right now. And so it's just completely, it's coming through. It's completely real, and it's like, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is the end of the world movie. Yeah.
I just watched the movie Revolver as part of the 90-day program, and I'm seeing the scene in my mind. Have you seen it, Martin?
No, I've heard about it. I would like to see it at some point, for sure. I think, yeah.
This is a spoiler alert. So I'm seeing the scene in my mind where the character Jake Green has truly gotten it, and he has seen the golem, he has seen the ego in his mind, and he knows that it's not who he is. And there's a very intense scene where a man who's very ego aligned, but also is kind of starting to open, has his niece captive, a child of about 11 years old, and he's holding a gun to her head. And Jake Green is on the scene, and he knows he's completely in the Christ light now. And he is focused in the love so strongly. And all he's trying to do is get the little girl to calm. And he's holding this astounding coherency of which is helping the guy who is holding the gun to not believe his own ego quite so much. He's starting to break under the pressure. And Jake is just holding his coherency in the light, his mind steady in the still point, and then gently encouraging, just very gently, the little girl to look at him. And then he's mostly quiet. He doesn't say much, doesn't say anything beyond that. But it's so palpable. And this light is present for us in every moment when we think everything is falling apart. Our worst nightmare is happening before our eyes.
Yeah, and it's reenacted in me almost every night, you know, and I might wake up and in the middle of the night and I feel like, you know, the light is there, and I'm just totally, I can be there completely. And there's all these sort of alternative things, and that's all this thing is. It's just another manifestation of the illusion, and you know, and that's really all it is. You know? And you know, in a flash, it can be gone, and it's like it's not even there, because the light is all there is. But it's just one amongst many things. I could be thinking about some relationship issue just as well, but instead I'm thinking about the world, you know, the entire world, and taking that on my shoulder, kind of thing. Crazy.
Your screen froze. It's a very slow connection.
Can you hear me?
That's
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Turn off my video and I'll go out closer to the router. Safety through thought. I had to turn off. I had to away for a moment when you asked about the value, and so that's what I'm hearing for the value of this. That I'm relishing thought and wanting and seeking safety.
I'm hearing anything but stillness and presence.
It's the exact opposite.
I'm hearing to look at how much we want to be involved in making the world real. We want to solve quote unquote problems, and just look at the wanting of that.
Jesus, do I have this desire? Show me what I need to know, what would be helpful.
One of the things he's saying is that we're so sure we know.
See your brother as
Yeah,
light.
we're really sure about our own opinions. That's holy writ for our ego. Yeah, we're sure that we.
And the
That's
relishing of that.
Yeah, we're so sure that we're right. And it's a wonderful feeling for the ego.
We want to stay focused on the relishing of this desire, so we can take it down. Jesus, show us how, take us down so we can, this gets removed from our subconscious mind and it's no longer running us, keeping us totally focused on what we think is going on outside of us.
I'm hearing that the concern over the world and its ever-changing situation is a perfect way to maintain the descent into the dream bubble. It's the ego's perfect setup.
And we can check in with Jesus and ask if we're holding or releasing with this desire to be involved in the world, think the world is real and deny that the light is here.
Here the temptation feels very great
Mm.
to relax with me.
Yeah, I was hearing just to delight in that delight in the thoughts.
Yes, the mind gets so clamped down. It gives some spaciousness.
Let's just stick with the relishing, focus on what we're hearing within. It's a dialogue.
I'm hearing the distraction from following the light within. Like doomsday, relishing that. It's the end of the world. But I want that experience.
There's so much distracting pleasure in it.
It's like the desire to save the day when you don't have any idea what's really going on.
Yeah, I was hearing not wanting to change my mind about the world.
Jesus, what value do we get out of holding on to this view of the world as real and in terrible trouble?
Value of high drama and how it just perpetuates itself.
The timeline.
I also hear the doer wanting to keep the doer.
A preoccupation with all our perceptions of everything. Like that's all there is, our perceptions of it, of everything. And loving it.
Really relishing the end times scenario. Whoop-de-doo.
Look how bad it's getting.
Yeah.
And the
Who's
feeling
going to
that
save us?
the feeling that we're above it all, we're superior, we're we're sort of floating above it all and not affected by it, and sort of looking down on it.
Again, the desire to think I know. And the suffering in that. The ego thinks it's happiness.
So we can ask Jesus if we are ready for a miracle, or what's going on, what's present with this desire.
I'm seeing the in control, out of control simultaneously.
Yeah, I get the same feeling. I feel we're not completely there, but you know, we're starting to crack it a little bit.
Mm. Yeah, good to look,
Mm-hmm.
We have about
ask. Yeah.
2 minutes.
I guess perhaps we can be a little more aware now when it does, when these thoughts do come up, and we can immediately see them for what they are.
Yeah, ask what desire is there to see this the way we're seeing it. Why this, and not why, but the desire for this interpretation of the world.
And to relish, not to analyze or go into interpretive mind, but simply to be in the relishing and handing it over to Jesus. He'll reinterpret it. He'll ease our mind.
So let's ask Jesus what it is that's most useful for us to look at right now. What value do we get in hanging on to this desire to see the world as full of problems? And are we willing to let go of that value and see it differently in the light? Anyone hearing anything they want to share from Jesus?
He says, what do you
We can
want?
certainly give it a good try.
I could see peace instead of this.
So Jesus, are we ready to see this in the light? Are we ready to bring this to a close for now?
I think so. Yes.
I'm hearing there's more to see, but it feels like complete for now.
There's definitely more to see, but
Yeah. Yeah.
we have limited time.
Well, thank you to the light and thank you to our mighty companions who
Mhm.
join with us to look and bring so much light to this joining.
Mhm. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Al. Mhm.
Mhm.
See you Sunday evening,
Okay.
if not before.
Mhm.
Bye-bye.
Okay.
We do have a live session tomorrow evening on existential terror. How about that? That'll knock our socks off. Thank you, Jesus.
Good to me. Okay.
Okay, good night.
Shine
Yeah.
on.